10 people, 100 people change the way they think, and stop thinking of it as a taboo. You know, I think the strongest message that the film gives is about empowering women, about the choice to be able to say no, about the choice to decide what's right for them and for their bodies. Like you see that dialogue in the film which says, "प्यासे को कुएं के पास आने दो, but कुएं की शर्तों पर." So I think a lot of women are not even aware that they have that choice. So through a film like this, in a light-hearted way, watching with your family, you're obviously educating the women, but also the family largely on the whole. And I think every man who really cares for his partner and is a man in true sense would, sort of absolutely bring in that change in the family. So we really hope it does.
See, that is just one question. And I think what this movie does and what Rakul was talking about, humor. I think we use a lot of humor with the students also. Because it's a sensitive topic, but who said that the sensitive topic needs to be taught seriously? They read about biology, they forget about it. So be humorous with them, open conversations, and you'll be amazed at the kind of questions which come up and how they absorb this information also. So when we talk about, particularly with the question that you've asked about the raincoat pen case, it's an analogy, right? We use a lot of analogy in our workshops also.
I've seen so many people. I remember that, when we were in high school, a lot of girls thought, and this is a question that a lot of kids have confusion about, that, and they think that they'd get pregnant if they just kiss. And I remember when we were in high school, there were girls who, probably had their first kiss. And I remember this one girl who popped 6 contraceptives in a matter of 6 to 7 weeks, because she thought every time she kissed, she needed to pop an contraceptive. And that led her to a massive surgery. So which is why, when even in the film, shiksha hai asli suraksha. So it's so important. We're talking about what is the right way so that we are responsible citizens, and we take the necessary measures so that anything that you do is not life altering, and it was very shocking. Now, at that time, even we didn't have the sense to know what's going on. And honestly, even I thought कि किस करने से शायद pregnant हो जाते होंगे,
But even now, maybe this might not be the misconception, but they have other misconceptions. Kids as old as 17 and 18 also say that, oh, you don't need to use a contraception. After sex, you just jump up and down and you won't get pregnant. I don't know what they think, that the sperm is going to take a U-turn and come back if they... So there are a lot of misconceptions about it.
Ladies, for right now, of course, we're running out of time, but I just want to say thank you so much for, gracing our, launch today, and for lending your expertise and giving us your time. It really means a lot to us. A big hand for our guests, please. Thank you. And can I please request for a photo opportunity with our wonderful guests? So with Anju and Doctor, please step forward. And my friends from the media, of course, would you take a picture?
Yeah, I remember that 9th class, the biology chapters, which spoke about, the reproductive organs, which is also mentioned here. So I think it's 9th standard.
9th standard?
Same.
I also must have found out around when I was 6-7 years old. I knew that, I came from my mother, but I didn't know my father had any role to play in that. I wasn't told anything about that. One person, and then I went to the medical store far away from that person's building, because I didn't want that medical store fellow to know why I'm going up every weekend. That would not be cool.
अब आपकी मतलब और दोस्त ने कैसे खरीदा होता था, आप जानने में इंटरेस्टेड भी नहीं होते थे असल में ना. आपको लगता था आपका फ्रेंड ने आपको दे दिया, या कभी बाद में जब सीखा तो परचून की दुकान पे जाकर के उसको बोलते हो भाई साहब टॉफी और वो गुब्बारा भी दे देना यार. तो वो टॉफी के चॉकलेट के पैकेट के नीचे वो चुपचाप रख देता था सर, ना वो डिस्कस करता था ना दूसरा आदमी डिस्कस करता था.
कुछ मेडिकल स्टोर वाले भी बड़े मतलब नटखट होते हैं कि आपने अगर मांग भी लिया है डिस्क्रीटली एंड यू कैन सी दैट यू आर एम्बैरेस्ड, तो हाथ में ही लेके ऐसे करे, ये आपका है ना, ये वाला चाहिए ऐसे वो 4-5 लोगों के सामने 3-4 ऑप्शन भी दिखाएगा आपको, मन ही ना करे आपका दोबारा जाने का.
पूना के पास हमने कहीं शूट किया था ना फैक्ट्री में, इट वाज फैंटास्टिक फैक्ट्री, मतलब है ना ऐसा, और लोग ऐसे नॉर्मली काम कर रहे थे वहाँ पे इतने नॉर्मली काम कर रहे थे
And most of them were women.
Most of them
working in the factory.
working in this
It
thing.
was very difficult to shoot in the factory though, because the chemical smell was so strong.
So strong.
कि मतलब ऐसे सांस रोक के अंदर जाना पड़ता था, शूट करके बाहर आना पड़ता था. But I was surprised to see so many women. As a matter of fact, बनाया फेंका मतलब they were वैसे collect. There is a reason why it's a mandate in our books. And there's a reason why it's been there for years. I mean, she's had a sex ed class in her school, I've had it, and this is back in 2008. So I'm sure that there is a reason why it's a part of the curriculum, why it's in books, there's a need for it. And I think the right way is for the parents to understand the importance of having a free-flowing conversation with their kids. And which is also through the film that we say that what is the right age to start having the sex education, you know. So if you're saying that puberty you hit at 13, 12 or 13, that means you're physically, biologically an adult, and which means that you should know about the basic human functions and about how your body really you know, biologically functions. So I think it will have to begin from schools and from homes, you know, parents inculcating a healthy environment at home to have conversations regarding. And it's as normal. The more we'll normalize it, the more normal it'll become. The more we, as the future generation, sort of hush the topic and avoid having a conversation about it, it'll remain a taboo. So I think two places, school and home, because that's where the child is spending maximum time and the environment is sort of created. And I'm a very strong believer that if right information is given, it will avoid, it will save kids from, you know, making wrong choices out of curiosity, out of the desire to knowing more. So I think it's very important to educate at the right age, and it will have to begin from homes and schools.
This kind of revolution happens, something wrong also happens, you know, and that is that kids at that age, how crime happens, you know, it is how theft happens. So something is happening. What students they were doing, maybe I don't know about this news, but if they must have done it, they should be kind of given punishment for that, because teaching sex education and defining it in a different level is a totally different thing.
Absolutely. I think हम लोग ये तो natural process है ना. अगर मुझे किसी चीज़ के बारे में मालूम है और कोई discussion चल रहा है, तो I will tell my friends or family or my sibling that I think out of, you know, experience, I think you should do this. And that's how humans are. Yeah, that I always believe in sharing whatever knowledge I have, whatever to the best. And I think especially for you know, whether it's my staff के बच्चे होते हैं जिनको हम you know, I educate them, or if they have doubts, or even if they have questions about anything in life, if you can help someone, why not? That's humanity. अगर कोई मुझसे पूछेगा तो मैं of course खुल के बात करूँगी. See, I have to believe in the subject that I am portraying. All of us have to believe in it. If we shy away from it, then how are we being true to our subject? And that is largely because women are not even aware that they are empowered to have a right to speak. And that is what the film does. It creates awareness that it's a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. We're not in a hopefully not in a patriarchal society where only men command and demand and the women are supposed to listen to or follow orders. And that is what even the film says, that, you know, it's very important for both men and women to understand their needs, to be very vocal in a intimate relationship, in a personal relationship. And of course women should have a voice and a choice of whatever they want to do.